भी ज़्यादा होगा.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is still going on. It is going on up to 11 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
Now, I request to everyone, kindly please keep silent. We are going to start in a few seconds.
Okay. Except Dr. Barkha, I think everybody joined.
Good evening, everyone. Here today we are gathered for enlighten the women's. As we know, women's, what is the definition? We can understand the creature of the nature, and we can say like in the form of Devi, Saraswati, Kali, and Indra Nui in a corporate. In so many forms are women in different sectors. And today we are here for celebrating International Women's Day under aegis of MSME Chamber of Commerce and Industry of India, with honorable presence of Chairman Dr. Indrajit Ghosh sir. Welcome you, sir. Now we are having different phases of women. Maybe they are working in different corporate industry segments, someone in social sector, someone are like writers, authors, and few are from different government consulting organization. So now today we will listen from all these inspirational women who have been worked tirelessly in their different sector with their dedication, discipline, and determination. Now we will start session from Honorable Shamley Rathore. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gandhi. Mr. Indrajit Ghosh, thank you so much for hosting this meeting on Women International Day. And I also welcome all the women who has joined here. Please.
Before starting, I would like to brief about global personality who is present in front of all of us. Ms. Shyamali Rathore is an entrepreneur, philanthropist, social activist, writer, and a sports enthusiast. She has been working on kids, adult, plants, CAP, relentlessly driving and encouraging more and more people to join CAP and share their time and experience with children who need it. Her differentiator is her strong will to make a positive impact on the world for issues close to her heart. She has been awarded with various commendations for her work for society by Madam Kiran Bedi, Mr. Vinit Nayyar, Chetan Bhagat, Lions Club, and so on. She participated in the Youth Global Leadership Summit globally and has been featured in Young Turk with CNBC TV, have got featured in Economic Times, Times of India, The Hindu, and various prominent national, international magazine and media. The uh, she also featured and awarded recently in pandemic times as a corona warrior by Lions Club and various other organizations. She has served during pandemic to various needy families by supporting of his um, corporate organization and various team leadership building through her various great social initiatives. She is facilitating education in Africa by promoting online education and collaboration. She is president in Great Indian Women Association. She is writing for a popular international OTT channel. Here, we welcome you again, ma'am.
Thank you
Thanks
so much.
with
Thank you
your
so much.
presence here. Now, we would like to listen from you that how you started your journey from starting beginning of your educational career background to just as a corporate ladder in the senior position that you are presently.
So, today being a Women International Day, I would first like to, tell you why I did what I did. Just to, so that there are some takeaway from this meeting. So I come from a very orthodox family where girls are married by the age of their 21, 22. So I'm a typical, I come from a typical Rajput family. And, it's all about how much dowry you have to give and how much gold you have to give. But of course, I was very strong headed and I decided not to, uh, put myself out there. So this is what I normally, inspire a lot of women to like, if you are stubborn about how you want your life to be it the society or your parents or anybody else, they can't take it away from you. So I'd seen a lot of my cousins, a lot of my, people in Rajasthan who just marry off their daughter because they think that they are liability. So I was amongst the eldest to get married. Like I got married when I was 29, and by that time I did so many courses, and I was pursuing. I wanted to become a pilot, but I was always, whatever I wanted to do, I wanted to finance it myself. So I started flying for certain airlines. So that's led to, that was an inspiration for me to be so different from the normal other, women in the society. I did a lot of jobs. My first job was with the World Bank, but business always interested me because of my father's background. He was into the PVC compound. And very recently, like in the pandemic, it's just about keeping yourself informed. We were into, PVC raisings and PVC compound, and watching the international news, I realized that there's so much of a demand of, protective gear. And these countries like USA, UK, they were not prepared enough with the medical gear to provide their doctors, and the doctors were dying in turn. The pandemic was, spreading very fast, so we quickly thought of, starting producing the face shields and then the medical goggles. And then I involved two NGOs, and I would say I'm very proud in a way that we were supporting at one time 2,500 women all through the pandemic, making these, so we involved Kiran Bedi's NGO, and we involved another woman is NGO in our Bhavana industrial area, while maintaining the social distancing. And there were so many tenders, there was so much work around here. We were able to produce, and in a key turn time to complete all the tenders we had, and today we are exporting it too. So those women also kind of facilitated the entire process. So the idea behind the whole thing was, one, to save the doctors, the other was to create something, because lot of people lost a job that time, and it was one of my way to keep my factory running, and to make more employment. There was so much of the worker migration, so everything helped each other. And in fact, there was certain, the government had policy that they were not opening because the protective gear could not have been exported. So I kept fighting with the PMO and office, calling them up every day. So we were able to get the rule changed around somewhere around 8th of September. And I got personal call from a PMO saying that they are sanctioning it, and But yes, we did lose a lot of export contract because it could not have been, we could not have sent it abroad by that time. But yes, the idea is that if you think there is a need, and if even if you go to the government and if you keep pressing your point, things does happen. So there are people who tell me ki koi sunwai nahi hai, nothing happens. But if you are sincere in your effort and you are kind of relentless in your approach, it always does help you. So that's my one thing to all the women out there. So you just choose the field where you want to be, and just see what potential, what interests you, and you can turn it around into a job, a profession, or a business. And it is very important, that women get more and more involved in day-to-day affairs of this society, because only if they change their mindset, this society and in large this world will change. So Mr. Ghosh, if you have any question, or Gandhiji, I will be most, delighted to answer those.
Definitely. Madam, I would like to know something more about your educational background and inspiration to how you just inspired, from which condition you go through that, and how you can give to this same inspiration to the youngest girls
I'm sorry to
and
interrupt.
other women.
Dr. Gandhi, first give all speakers to speak.
Yes,
At
yes.
the end of the session, then we will ask question. Anybody will have question. By that time, it will come into the chat box also. So let us, second, third, you just start, other speakers. First, they should speak, then we will ask questions if any.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your excellent remark. Whatever journey till so far you have achieved, and I think it will be very valuable for our all of audience and youngest girls and women who would like to explore to themselves in their allied sectors, where you have explored much more, and how you have shown your social zeal towards women's empowerment and livelihood activities within your corporate profile, right? So next, I would like to catch upon I think Sanchita ma'am ready. Are you
Yeah,
comfortable?
good evening. Yeah, completely comfortable.
Yeah.
Although it was
So
such a short.
now we are with the very one of the senior and very great experienced woman, that Honorable Sanchita Jindal ma'am, ex-IITians alumni, and she has been very on the various top positions in the central government, in Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, and we would like to hear from directly from the ma'am that how she has grown herself from very from city of Rajasthan, that Udaipur, then how your journey was Udaipur to Delhi, and how you have managed everything as a higher education you have done, and then after that you reach on the top position in the Ministry of Government of India, and you have spent your more than 25 years in that. So how your journey was, and which type of situation you have handled till so far, and what inspiration message you want to give to present youngsters, women, and girls. So please, ma'am, over to you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Mr. Indrajit ji and Nayan Gandhi ji, for giving me this opportunity on this such an auspicious day of Women's Day. Although I believe every day is Women's Day, there is no special. I believe in that we women are so powerful that every day is our day, basically. And we make such a big contribution into the society, and we keep making, and we have so much power that that whole means we have the power to change the whole world, our family, society, world, everything. So it should be every day should be there. I consider every day as my day, not this special day, but this is a special reminder for all such women that we are powerful and we need to further do so many things for our society and for ourselves. Having
Yep.
said that, I would like to give a brief introduction as you asked me about myself, that what was my journey. My journey was, I would say, I'm very happy with my journey, although it was quite struggleful. I came from Udaipur, a small town, which as a Rajasthani, normally they are not so, as just now Shalini told, we are not so that high forward looking. And that time earlier, so many years back, people were that conservative. So I also belong to a normal family where the girls were ki just shadi kar do jaldi se, and that's it. But I thought my father had got engaged me with some businessmen, and then I thought ki probably that's not my life ki ek businessman ke साथ शादी करके घर में बैठ के तो I visualized ki no, I don't want to do that. So ultimately I realized that I wanted to study further. So I had a little fight with my father and family, and ultimately I told them ki okay, I'll take care of myself. And meanwhile I appeared for IIT Delhi, and I got selected for that, and I did my MTech from there in modern methods of chemical analysis and controls. And that too I did with all my own scholarship, whatever little meager scholarship I was getting. And after that I submitted my PhD in environmental engineering from IIT Delhi itself. And then I worked in IIT Delhi for 2.5 years as senior scientific officer on indoor air pollution. And then I got selected for Ministry of Environment and Forest in 1989. And now I have retired from ministry 2 years back, and I'm now independent consultant for in the environment sector, and doing my own consultancy, as well as I am the QCI assessor for environment, for accreditation of environment consultants. That is my professional this thing. But while the personal, I had little more what do you call tumultuous journey, because I came to Delhi all single-handedly alone. I got married here. I have 2 kids, small kids, but suddenly my husband expired in 1997. And that time I did not, I'm audible?
Yes, you
Yeah.
are audible.
Okay. So that time I did not have any support in Delhi. And I raised my kids were very small. One was 10, one was 15. And I raised all them all single-handedly, because my family is scattered all over. Nobody could have come to Delhi and stayed with me. And they were scattered all over the country. And I did all that by myself. My 2 kids, now they are doing very well. One is in the US, one is in London. And by choice, I'm staying here only because environment subject is so passionate to me, and I wanted to contribute in this subject. So having said that, means like, would you be like, what is my mission and all those you would be like, or we will do in the second round? Because now I am committed to the environment, and especially you must be knowing that I have worked in the field of environment clearances to various industries, thermal power projects, hydropower projects, as well as all the waste management, hazardous chemicals management of chemicals and hazardous waste, hazardous chemicals and waste. And all the 6 rules of 2016 almost have been, our team has been the author, and I was the director of the division. So I could take the credit that I was one of the contributors to those rules, be it the waste management rules, plastic waste, biomedical, construction and demolition, e-waste, and hazardous waste. So I'm now continuing my journey on working on waste management, basically, which is such an important subject. And as we proceed, I will let you know that what we need to do and how the gigantic problem is, and how we need to take care. So that is my small journey. It's a long journey, but that is in short my journey had been.
Good,
Thank you.
good. Thank you so much, ma'am. I assured your valuable input and experiences, whatever you have gone through and you have shared among the all audience. I think it would be very valuable for everyone. Now I going to next Ms. Vidya Ramamurthy. Ready, ma'am? Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So we are here.
Yes, sir.
Different inspiration women
Yeah.
who is revivalist of Karnataka's sari and
Yeah.
fabric and
Yeah.
run registered business store in Koramangala for
Yes.
and she also run this with the help of women's self-help group which she
Yes.
has made during
Yeah.
her social activist work in that particular region.
Yes,
And
sir.
she also presently manufacturing cloth masks out of handloom fabric, and
Yes.
she also served with very great activists in during through pandemic times in Karnataka, and
Yes.
through her leadership in women's team have been responsible in a small way for bringing awareness about Karnataka's state manufacturer uh, silk khana fabrics. That is, ma'am is working on this special
Yeah.
art. Uh, Also active in nationwide product awareness in the field of fabrics, and she's doing done initiative through Mani Karnika store. So
Yes.
welcome to you, ma'am, and kindly please give your remarkable journeys, experiences, whatever you have gone through in your life, and what challenges you have faced during starting that initiative. So please, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, Dr. Gandhi, sir, and Dr. Indrajit, sir. It's been a pleasure to be part of such a huge set of speakers, and I find it very like a blessed day today. And I am from Bangalore. I hail from Bangalore, Karnataka, South Karnataka. And my journey started with a corporate career. Actually, I was with Hewlett Packard for 8 years as a HR operations specialist from end to end. We used to do recruitments till the exit interviews. Entire HR cycle was handled by us, and we were globally business operations. It was a finance back office that was hiring people at that point of time, like 15 years ago or so. From there, I got married, and then I got my first baby. And at that time, my mother-in-law was a stroke patient, so it required me to stay at home. So I was a stay-at-home mom for 5 years. So it's like a plethora of experiences. And for about 5-6 years, I was a stay-at-home mom. And then my second child happened, and after that happened my online tryst with recycling. And then the market revivalist story begins with पंचरंगी पट्टी पल्लू. यहाँ साउथ इंडिया में, कर्नाटक में एक साड़ी का वेरिएंट है, उसका नाम पंचरंगी पट्टी पल्लू है. सो वो साड़ी क्या होती है, उसमें 10 कलर्स होते हैं. वो वाली साड़ी जो है 500 सालों की हिस्ट्री रखती है, उसकी ही कहानी है. बट अभी जो इनफ्लक्स ऑफ सूरत साड़ीज एंड द साड़ीज विच आर अफोर्डेबल एट 100-150 रुपीज सब मार्केट के अंदर आ गए, तो बहुत सारे हैंडलूम बिजनेसेस सफर कर रहे थे. एंड कर्नाटक की ही बहुत सारी साड़ियां, many sarees which are not outside in the market. So my job as a market revivalist started at a point where handloom business was on the downhill. It was like 5 years ago. There was this thing online which said 100 sari pact. I don't know if some of you might be aware. तो उस 100 sari pact में क्या था? We had to look into our wardrobes. We had to wear those saris and click pictures and talk about them. बेसिकली ये था कि आप अपने अपने वार्डरोब्स झांकिए और अपनी अपनी साड़ियां एक साल में एटलीस्ट 365 डेज है, तो जितना हो सके you can wear your saris. It could be the same sari, you can repeat 3-4 times, 5 times, doesn't matter. But that exercise जो दो लोगों ने शुरू किया था 5 साल पहले, तो वो हमारी अंदर के वो साड़ी का प्रति जो प्रेम है, so that it kindled us to look into our wardrobes, and it made us to think about the saris. And for example, every lady, I'm sure all the women out here will agree with me, will have at least some 60 to 80 saris in a wardrobe, है ना? तो उसमें से कितना यूज करेंगे? 8 या 10. तो उन 8 या 10 साड़ियों को भी हम कितने बार यूज करेंगे? 2-3 बार. उसके बाद वापस अंदर गया, और बाकी के 60-70 साड़ी क्या हुआ? कबोर्ड के अंदर पड़े, डस्ट गैदर कर रहा है. तो वो वाली बात को कुरेद के, छेड़ के, बाहर निकाल के लोगों को बोला, चलो आप लोग निकालिए, please wear your sari, show us, and flaunt, so that if one person does it, उनको देख के चारों और लोगों को इंटरेस्ट आती है कि चलो हम भी करें, हमारी भी बहुत सारे यूज ना किए हुए पड़े हैं, let us take it out and wear it. So in a way it was a ripple effect where it rekindled the ability to take out, look into your wardrobes and put to use what you were not putting to use. तो वो वाली बात शुरू हुई, it became a global event wherein people from US, UK and many other continents started sharing sari stories. So वो बात हुआ, and then within the sari loving fraternity दो बट गए थे. One section was very happy just by flaunting their saris that they already had. Another section actually internalized the issue. They took it into themselves and they saw weaver issues. So country में weavers की स्थिति क्या है, कौन सी साड़ी मार्केट में है, कौन सी साड़ी मार्केट में नहीं है. जब लोग बात करना शुरू किए कि ये मेरी माँ की साड़ी है, ये मेरे सासू जी ने दिया है, ये मेरे बुआ ने दिया है, ये मेरी शादी में आई है, तो वो क्या हुआ, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ साड़ीज के बारे में डिस्कस करने लगे. जब डिस्कस करने लगे, उस सारी वेरिएंट्स के प्रेजेंट हालत क्या है, वो वाली बात सामने आई. तो ऐसा पता चला कि बहुत सारी साड़ियों का, हैंडलूम वाला साड़ियों का बिजनेसेस बंद हो गया है. तो क्या होता है, आप एक मार्केट में डिमांड क्रिएट करते हो एक पर्टिकुलर साड़ी की, एंड वो जब पहन के फ्लॉन्ट किया जाता है, तो चाहत होती है दूसरों को जो जिनके पास वो नहीं है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम अ साउथ इंडियन, सो व्हेन आई सी समबडी वेयरिंग अ बनारसी भागलपुरी साड़ी और बनारसी बलूचरी साड़ी और विष्णुपुरी साड़ी और कृष्णचारी साड़ी, तो वो देखा तो मेरे पास नहीं है, तो आई वुड वांट इट. सो व्हेन आई आस्क फॉर द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द साड़ी एंड आई गेट टू नो फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर वीवर क्लस्टर, मैं अपनी होमवर्क करती हूँ, अपनी सर्वे करती हूँ, मैं कॉल करती हूँ, पता करती हूँ, साड़ी नहीं है, क्योंकि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बंद हो गई है, क्योंकि उनका बिजनेस सस्टेन नहीं हो पाया, उनकी साड़ियां बिक नहीं रही हैं, क्योंकि दूर गली में कोई पावरलूम का उसी का डुप्लीकेट बेच रहा है. तो वो वाली बात हो गई थी. एंड बहुत सारे क्लस्टर्स में ऐसे हो रहे थे, रिपल इफेक्ट से पता चल रहा था. तो इन डिफरेंट एरियाज पीपल लाइक मी started to internalize the issue. They started to dig into the problem. They started to talk to different weavers of the local areas where they have reach of. And मेरे एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे मैं बेलगाम को रीच किया था. मैंने बेलगाम को रीच किया था साउथ कर्नाटका में. बेलगाम इज अ हेवी वीविंग क्लस्टर. एक्चुअली बहुत सारे बट पावरलूम के ही हो रहे हैं आजकल. कर्नाटक में देखा जाए तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली 60 to 70% इज पावरलूम साड़ीज. बाकी के 30% जो है वो इलकल और गजेंद्रगढ़, गुलेदगुड्डा डिस्ट्रिक्ट का गजेंद्रगढ़ नाम का तालुक है. तो वहां खण की साड़ी बनती है. खण की ये मुख्यत्व है कि इट इज अ कर्नाटका बेस्ड वीव. It is a weave which has about 1,000 years of history. तो यहाँ जब कर्नाटक में कन्नड़ा में बोलते हैं खड़ा खुबसा इट्टिया, खुबसा माने ब्लाउज पीस. अच्छा कोई त्योहार के लिए या फंक्शन के लिए घर आ रहा है, उनको गिफ्ट के तौर पे वो दिया जाता है, तो उसको खण बोलते हैं. कन्नड़ा में खणा बोलते हैं. खणा का मतलब है हाफ अ मीटर. बेसिकली इट इज अ यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट. जैसे हमारा किलोग्राम है, जैसे हमारा सेंटीमीटर है, जैसे हमारा यूनिट ऑफ वॉल्यूम होता है, ओजेड होता है या पाउंड्स होते हैं, लाइक दैट यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट खणा बोलते हैं यहाँ कर्नाटक में. हाफ वन खणा इज इक्वल टू हाफ अ मीटर. तो बनते 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 क्या हुआ, वो मेजरमेंट का नाम ही कपड़े का नाम बन गया, तो उसको गुलेद गुड्ड खणा बोलते हैं. एंड जो कि वो नॉर्थ कर्नाटक में था, उसका मार्केटेबिलिटी स्प्रेड हुआ पुणे और बॉम्बे पे. पुणे और बॉम्बे is in a distance of like Bangalore to Mysore. It's like 3 hours, 4 hours. यहाँ गुलेद गुड्डा से, इलकल से लेके गुलेद गुड्डा से लेके पुणे और बॉम्बे is just a 3-hour drive. So merchants from Pune and Bombay started to source this particular fabric, and uska marketability exclusively spread in Pune, Bombay, Kanpur, Sholapur, and all the towns, Nashik, Shinganapur, Shani Shinganapur, all those places, if you see, they will revere the fabric. वो भगवान को चढ़ाते हैं वो साड़ी और वो कपड़ा. जो भी शुभ कार्य शुरू करना है उस कपड़े के साथ ही किया जाता है. भगवान के पास वो जो कोकोनट रखते हैं या बीटल लीफ रखते हैं, उसको भी रखा जाता है. कुछ भी शुभ कार्य, जैसे हम श्री गणेश करते हैं, खण को रख के श्री गणेश किया जाता है. तो वो वाली बात है. एंड क्योंकि वो स्प्रेड हुआ महाराष्ट्र में, पुणे में, बॉम्बे में, उसका नाम पुनेरी खण हो गया.
Sorry to ma'am to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Now, because to make more interesting, we will go through other next speaker.
Yes,
and,
yes, sure.
Till that, we will raise some few questions from your side.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Sorry if I made it too long. I'm so sorry if I made it.
No. That's okay. Your sector was unique, so it takes time to explain.
Yeah.
No problem.
Nayan ji,
now
I thought
we are going to
Nayan ji,
start. Yes.
I thought we are going only the introduction. That is why I spoke only about the introduction in my this thing. I would like to speak about the what we need to do as a ladies, what about resource efficiency and waste management. So we'll do in the second round all that.
Definitely, we will give you more because that is the sector of where that you are especially working with MSME SDG goals. So definitely, ma'am, and you are the topmost senior in among all. So definitely, we will give you more time after later on. So till that, prepared one for that. Now we are going for moving for next speaker here, Mrs. Anju Handa. So Mrs. Anju ji here. Please.
Mute button.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome you, ma'am. I'm just.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Spotlight. Yeah. So
thank you so much, Gandhi ji, and
thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, Indra Ghosh ji, for inviting me and making me a part of this, revered platform.
Before starting session with the Mrs. Anju ji, I would like to brief about her. Mrs. Anju Handa is the CEO and director of Greens, a consultancy and event management company, and author of Inspiring Entrepreneur Journey from Kenai to ICANN, and curator of Old Women Club She Connect. Wow, it's a great. She's BSc and MA in English from the most prestigious Baring Union Christian College. She started her career as teacher in Bangalore. After her marriage in Delhi, she ventured in various professions like hobby classes, cooking classes, shop toys making, but finally she got an opportunity to show her talent for a chain of preschools without a relevant degree in entity or B.Ed. Her knowledge and vision coupled with the dedication and hard work, bestow laurels with recognition and reward, national and internationally. During the tenure of 3 years in school, she was promoted to many responsible positions. She proved her capability at every step and finally became the marketing head, leading a team of 10 people. With her proven record of work, she got the Best Marketing Manager award for her work. Her determination and desire to achieve much more led her to leave the job and start her own enterprises, preschool consultancy company by the name of Greens. She was instrumental in initiating the concept of marketing and pioneering with the idea of promotional events in preschools. So welcome you, ma'am. Now we would like to hear from yourself how you have achieved so many things in single your valuable minimum years of experiences, that because you are now in the top position in your entrepreneur like enterprises, whatever you have initiated. So we would like to hear from your side what challenges you have faced and what inspiration you would like to give to youngest woman.
Thank you so much, Gandhiji, and thank you so much, Indra Ghoshji, that you have given me an opportunity to speak on such a dignified platform where so many, high stalwart of women entrepreneurs are there, and they have shared their valuable tips and contribution, their journey on this platform. Already, Mr. Gandhi, you have already spoken and told a lot about my journey. But in a nutshell, I would like to tell you that when I started my career, I was a simple housewife. I never knew that I will reach to this position ever in my dreams. I just started as a preschool. I just started as a teacher in a Bangalore preschool, as you said, and you read in that. And finally, when I got married, I was simply a housewife, nothing to do much except looking after home or my husband. But I think I was very much, excited to do something. So I started taking tuitions. I started doing so many things, including hobby classes, because I had done a professional course of ice cream making and baking in Bangalore. So that came handy, and I started, making taking classes. And many ladies started coming in, but after some time I felt that my house life is getting disturbed too much because so many ladies are coming. So finally I met somebody, a senior from my college, my lecturer, and we started a preschool. But that also I could not manage because of, again, the home responsibility. And one fine day when I went for my son's admission into a preschool, so there I simply told the owner of the school that I want to work. And she said, why don't you write a biodata? You seems to be a educationist or educated lady. So I just gave a biodata, and she just offered me a job very then and there only. I was very happy. I came home. I said, I got a job. And that time, I think I got the salary much less than I was giving to my full-time mate at home, because I was so excited to join that job that I just never bothered that what they are offering me. So I was at the top of the world, and I called my husband because he was a businessman. I said, I got a job. He said, how much salary they are giving? I said, they are giving me 1,800. He said, you are giving 2,200 to your maid, and you are so happy. I said, never mind. I am very happy because I have got a job in a school. So I think after that, that was the day after that, no looking back. I have proved myself there with my sheer hard work and dedication. And although I was not NTT trained, not BEd, but still I think I have designed and developed the curriculum of the play school. I have written the orientation program for teachers, for parents. Today I'm a parenting coach also. So I think everything I did with my hard work, which I can acknowledge and feel very proud to say that I have, I depended on my instinct of hard work, and I worked very hard to prove myself. I never saw hours of working, whereas my colleague used to discourage me that you are working more than what you are getting the payment for. But I think nothing was stopped. Nothing could stop me, and I went on and went on. I think this is my journey, and then finally I started my company. My husband joined my company. We both were together in a company. It's a long story. I don't want to consume much time. presently, once I left the job and started a company, and after 25 years, I felt that my event management and consultancy business is getting very hectic because I had to travel to other cities also to provide consultancy and do events. Even odd hours I had to work. So finally, I felt that no, I have done enough of work. Why don't start giving back to the society? So I started my platform by the name of She Connects. And She Connect platform, I started with the inspiration from my own book, which I have written 3 years back, my first book, that is Inspiring Entrepreneur Journey from Can I to I Can. I personally believe that women are born empowered. And this I realized when I was compiling the stories of 60 plus women, 60 plus number, not 60 plus age, 60 plus women stories I have compiled in 3 books of women entrepreneurs, where is journey from can I to I can. And I realized that my journey is nothing in front of them. They have done so much. They have accepted so many challenges. किसी के पास पैसा नहीं था, किसी के पास हस्बैंड नहीं काम करने दे रहे थे, किसी की फैमिली के अंदर बहुत सारी हर्डल्स थी, but even then they could create a niche for themselves. I think that inspired me to start a platform by the name of She Connect, so that I could inspire, guide, support, inspire, or motivate to all the women who are less privileged and who are not having anybody to guide them. Everybody has a potential. I realized my potential after my marriage, but there are many people who realize their potential even after 40, after 50, or there are few women who realize their potential when they are very young, like Shamley spoke just now, So
Definitely.
you never know that what time you realize your potential. And after that, because we need not to empower women. Women are already empowered. They are doing much more than they can do. They are half the society and they are giving birth to half the other part, of the society. So they can do everything on this earth. Only thing is they need an opportunity. They need a platform. They need a guidance. They need a support. They need an inspiration or the motivation. So I am through She Connect providing that motivation to all the women. I am providing that the platform, and any guidance they need, I am providing them. I am creating opportunities for them to move ahead in their professional journey. And this is how, when they come and tell me, Mrs. Handa, you are so inspirational and we have achieved so much after we came in touch with you, I think that gives me a lot of satisfaction. I feel I'm on the top of the world. We keep on talking about women empowerment, at length and breadth. And and when I talk about women empowerment, sometimes it is misunderstood that Mrs. Handa is trying to empower women and she is trying to run a race with the men. I'm very sorry to say that is a misunderstood concept. Empowering women is not that we are competing a race with the men or taking a flag and moving ahead of them. A women is not complete without men's support. Men are not complete without women's support. We both complement each other. That we need to understand. So women empowerment is just to maintain a right balance to achieve success. We have all that. I am providing them just the tools to move ahead. Somebody is not knowing marketing, I am teaching them how to market your product. Somebody is not knowing from where to start, I am giving them those inputs. So I am providing them the tools only. They are already empowered. So once they will start using those tools, then sky is the limit. I believe the women are empowered beyond measures and beautiful beyond description, somebody said, and I totally agree to it. एंड एक मैं अपनी इस बात को खत्म करना चाहूंगी, क्योंकि बहुत सारे और स्पीकर्स हैं, कि एक चीज है जिसके ऊपर एक लाइन है जिसको मैंने अपने पल्ले बांध रखा है और मैं सबको बोलती हूँ कि इस लाइनों को जरूर याद रखिए। सीढ़ियां उन्हें मुबारक जिन्हें छत पे जाना है, सीढ़ियां उन्हें मुबारक जिन्हें छत पर जाना है, मेरी मंजिल तो आसमां है, रास्ता खुद बनाना है। तो हम सबको अपना रास्ता खुद बनाना है और कोई मुश्किल नहीं है आपको। और वुमेन एक दूसरी वुमेन को जब सपोर्ट करती है तो नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल। हमारी सोसाइटी के अंदर आज भी जब एक वुमेन प्रोग्रेस करती है, प्लीज डू नॉट माइंड, देयर आर मेनी वुमेन feel jealous, they try to pull her leg. It's not the men who pull her leg, but it is the women. So I need to create a community of women where the women are supporting other women. They are not trying to pull her down, but they are offering their helping hand where she can put her feet and climb the ladder of success. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, really, your energetic voice and your very great experiences, whatever case studies you have shown from your different situation, whatever you handle in your journey till so far, and I think it will inspire to many women in that sector. Now I'm moving next.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, welcome, ma'am. Ms.Reena Singh, please, ma'am, uh, before starting the brief about Ms. Reena, ma'am, actually, she's a very great woman empowerment activist, and she's doing excellent work in various segments. As she's a multitasking personality, multilateral experiences from different sectors. So, just over to you, ma'am, and welcome you to the session. And we would like to hear from you itself that how you have reached on that position where you are presently, and what challenges you have faced in your different journey of this like career and in professional life, and how you manage personal and professional life both as well with very systematically.
She is a lawyer from Supreme Court.
Yeah, as just I have make actually introduction according to me. Ma'am not sent me intro.
No issues at all. Good evening, everyone, and a warm thank you to the organizers, Mr. Ghosh, Mr. Gandhi, for making me a part of this wonderful program. So basically, thank you so much for giving me so much of honor, like in the introduction, kind of. So let me just give me a small introduction about me. So I got married when I was 22 years old, and I belong from a family of very educated person, but my parents were quite. They have set up their mind that we should just get our children married, so they've been young throughout, just to the kids are being growing up. So I just got married in when I was 22, and in 2009 I shifted to UK with my husband and my son was at that time 3 years old. So I have done my law before my marriage, and it has been very fast. So in terms of my education, I've been a very topper kind of, and the accounts and taxation were been my areas of specialization. So in 2009, I moved to UK, and I, being a law graduate, I've never had any type of working experience before that. And my husband, he's a garment exporter. So basically, we shifted there regarding some his business commitments. So just being over there, so I was having that kind of energy and being in London. So I thought that why not? I should work. But with the zero experience, I really found it completely impossible for me, and I was not completely aware how to do the legal drafting, because in the colleges we are only taught the theoretical purpose, but we are completely away from the table work of a lawyer. And when you are in a place like UK and then in London, so the standard is completely very far. Everyone must be aware about the standard of drafting of Indian lawyer and the standard of drafting of a UK lawyer. So I have having that far in me that now I have to do something, and just to make my family proud, my parents proud, that yes, I can also do something. So initially, I just posted my resumes in the website, and that like the job consultant, but I was unable to get any call or something. So I was very demoralized. So what I've done, I just printed my CV and just made around 50 copies. And in the London, I went door to door to just throw my CV. So which it really sounds funny, and it's very hard for the people to believe that a qualified lawyer of India is just dropping her CV door to door just to get a job. But I must say, when the intentions are good, the God makes a way. So at that time, I got a call from Central London, Gray's Inn, and there also I just went there. I used to spend a next day, alternate day, just to roam around. I just put a little in my bag, and at that time, I guess I was only 27 or 28 years old. But I having so much of guts that I used to, and when initially I started moving alone in London, in my first journey in the tube, where we call here metro, I just boarded the wrong train. That towards going the destination, I just boarded the opposite train. I was so much unaware about the practical life that because we were so protected when we are in our family. So then how the thing started moving, and from there onwards, when I got the call, I joined the law firm. Then after that, there was no looking back. So then after a few years, I then shifted to India, and I just started my own independent practice. And now right now I just specialize in the finance and tax matters. But yes, the real challenge started when I moved to India, and my way of dressing and my way of working, because initially when you got the platform of working from England and when you shift to India, so you are just like a different kind of, because your expectations were already been at a such high level, and now you just get degraded. So, and then being a legal profession, being a male dominated profession, so that was the biggest challenge. When initially it happened that when the clients used to come to meet me, first they took the appointment for my staff, and sometimes few of the clients came and see me and said, can we meet Reena Singh? So they were thought I was a junior lawyer. So that was the biggest challenge. And then slowly, when they started the conversation and they found that the lady is completely expert in the subject for which they have came for or the cases, then it was like, it was a good thing. And then it really helped me. And then there was no looking back. But then just to be go into the court and just appear before the bench. Initially, at that time stages, also the judges, after looking at me, they used to say me that, why don't you call, where is the junior, where is the senior, and you are a junior lawyer. Then I said that no, I'm going to argue. Then initially, in the most of the cases, the judges used to say that, are you sure? Can you argue? Then I said that yes, just give me an opportunity. And even initially, after completing my arguments, then I used to ask the judges, sir, are you satisfied with my arguments? And they were more than happy. And that's really kind of appreciation which they used to give. And certainly that has even given me an edge in my cases and get to benefit that being somehow it was being positive when compared to the male dominated, when a female is there. And when we compare it even in the court, even in the text matter, I'm not saying about the normal high courts, even in the tax tribunals, I do appear before the tax tribunals, which is a completely exclusively male dominated legal industry, which I guess Mr. Ghosh and other must be known. And you founding a woman litigator, it's very hard even to find a woman litigator in a tax tribunal. Nowadays, been the GST Council and for the income tax IT, it's completely, I can certainly name there are very few and very hard to find. So that gives me a sense of proud, but at the same time, it's a challenge. They are initially the people, they just bully you, not even the people, the senior lawyers, they start bullying you. Okay, let's see how you will argue. So you have to be very strong when we fight with all these things. So this was whole my journey. So with the each thing, I've been becoming stronger and stronger and just enjoying what is coming in. So now as here, we are just talking about the women empowerment. So what I think is that we don't need anything, any external force to empower the women. So because, empowerment is an internal thing. And, woman, she's so much of capable as my predecessor orators. She has, ma'am, she is very well interpreted that we women are already empowered and we are equally to the men. And how this world, how this society, how the globes run, it's only between a balance between both of the two. But the one area which I think women really need to cope up is her emotional strength, her emotional balance. Because you see, a girl before her marriage, she's the topper of the college, she's the topper of the university. But as soon she is married, she somehow loses her emotional balance. The thought process takes the backstage. So my only suggestions in this, that we women should not keep our emotions overtake our thought process, but instead use the mind, because I don't think if we use the mind up to our abilities, there is no issue, there is nothing, no problem is there which cannot be resolved. And I think all the listeners and all the participants here must agree to it. So, even in our personal life, even in our professional life, the thing which we just put in our head is that we always look for the perfection, which is hard in this world to get, because no one is born perfect. We are not perfect. Why we seek perfection even in relationship, even in our at our work premises, or even our business opportunities and everything. So once we stop chasing the perfection and just trying to settle for the imperfect thing, it's only a mindset. So I must say that immediately lots of our problems, they get solved. And I think that is the best step for the empowerment of the women, that we should practically balance our thought process. Further to this, all women should come forward, as ma'am has already said, that all women should come forward to support each other. So when the center of all the Shakti, so the women are the Shakti, we are very well aware about it. And nothing is incomplete, nothing is complete without the women. So when all these women come together and then join, there is nothing, no problem in this world which cannot be conquered. And even in this year, last year 2020, which we have seen the COVID pandemic, we have been introduced to the work lockdown. So when the whole globe was locked down, not even in India, there is only one place which was never locked down, and that was the kitchen of the lady. So it was working the whole day, and that place had kept everything moving. And in that time, without, if you see, if the woman can even went to the lockdown and the kitchen can went into the lockdown, nothing would have been sustained. So when we have just sailed through this and we have just overcome all the diversities, and I must say that even though this COVID pandemic is an opportunity for the women just to financially bring out the country, and somehow most of the families, most of the business organizations, now they are putting lots of effort just to hire the women, because they have been more resultant, more result oriented work they are doing. And most of our the COVID barriers also, the most of the teams are being led by the women. So somehow this is one of the most important thing and the most important takeaway, that all the women should join hands. Then of course there is no crisis, there is no emotional stress, and of course there is no financial thing which, or the financial crisis which cannot be overcome. And the another important thing about, I'll just give a small a small point which I need to share. I reside in Gurgaon, and right now I'm presently running a group of more than 150 women. And you'll be amazed to listen that more than 150 women are part of this, and all are the entrepreneurs. And this is, I think this is one of the few in the country where you have a group of more than 150 entrepreneurs women. We give them counseling, we advise them how to set up their small businesses, and we all help each other. And we just started it during the COVID times also. Someone is making the some pickles, or doing the kitchens, and then these people have set up the community kitchens also, those who have been helping all the sections of the society. And we are providing the free legal counseling about the matrimonial advices and so many things to just cover and just to cope up with all those things. And nowadays we are also introducing the storytelling session for the women. Like as we have here, we just listen to so many stories, and when we listen the real life experiences, we do get inspired, and thus those were the things which taught us. So I'll not take much the time, and just conclude by saying that ये राहें ले ही जाएंगी मंजिल तक, हौसला रख, कभी सुना है कि अंधेरों ने उजाला होने नहीं दिया. Thank you so much.
Definitely. So
I can add one thing, according to me, women are more powerful and hardworking than men. The reason is she has to, balancing everything, like in one family, kitchen, office, and all other activities, even the children also. So there is no doubt about it. And as for the entrepreneur is concerned, I am also talking to, in India and abroad. There are thousands of women entrepreneurs are coming forward today. And out of the entire India, I believe South India is the most number of, women. They are into the entrepreneurship. According to 4 zones, what I found is the South India people, they have lots of, women, they are working. I mean, and they have started their work with from home. And we have also started a women entrepreneur group, and we are trying to do that, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, all the surrounding countries. If the women can meet each other, so they can do, small business also by sitting at home, like you said, pickles or some other things like this. So, we are trying to help those women, to come forward and take the opportunity of our bigger platform, so that they will be helpful.
So one thing
Definitely.
I would like to add, with your permission,
Yeah,
that I
definitely.
think on this Women Day, we all need to take a pledge that being an empowered woman, we always should be make ourselves available to less privileged women who are looking for support and inspiration. And second thing, Reena ji said that emotional threat ke upar, I think we as a mother need to bring up our children in a way that they are emotionally strong. We always pay attention to boys more than to the girls. We prepare them for marriage or for, agle ghar jana hai, tumko shadi karna hai. So we should stop using these kind of phrases with the girls,
Exactly.
because
But,
when you
but
feed your children, your girls to your home properly, they will get that kind of atmosphere there also. But if you snub them at your own homes, I think
but
that
I'm
again create an emotional this thing into their
but
minds.
I'm sorry to say, particularly this is happening in Haryana, Punjab, in these areas and other areas also. But as far Bengal is concerned, they are giving the children, whether it is girls or boys, the same, treatment
Yeah,
for.
I know.
So that is a plus point than
So
Yes.
other
So
places. Anyway,
definitely.
So I'm so happy, in fact, for meeting all these women who are doing for women, because I did not complete my story that time, because I had two small kids, 10 and 15, and I was all alone, single-handed in Delhi without any support, because I did not have anyone to support me, no family member, nothing. So,
Yeah.
but then, for in the beginning, as it happens in the normal Hindu families, once the all those rituals are over, everyone leaves. So it's the same thing happened with me also. Like all the people, they went away, and we three were left all alone in the house. And every day we used to cry, thinking something about some incidents of daddy, and we would cry. And after 1.5 years, I still remember when I used to drive, the tears used to roll me while driving also to the office. And but one day when I saw my kids of my faces of my family kids, I decided what I have done to my kids. Basically, that day I decided enough of it. I'm not going to now carry on this. And as I keep telling always to everyone, this is my favorite quote, that grief is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So that day I decided, no, so I will not no more suffer. And after that, I did so much. I worked on so much on myself. I did almost 22 courses of personality development. Solace, I have done inner engineering. I have done Sri Ravi Shankar's, and so many things, like you name it. And I have done all the financial this thing. Like in normally I see in the Indian context, women hardly know anything about the finances. They think कि ये तो आदमियों का काम है, हम नहीं. And when you are alone, you cannot discuss your finances also with someone. So I did quite a number of courses in financial literacy also. So I did handle my own portfolio, and still I handle myself. I have no what you call broker in between. I do all the investments myself, and I understood the difference between saving and investment. So that was important. And because of this, working on myself, probably I could overcome all those difficulties. And government has sent me 14, 15 times abroad, basically. And after that also I've been abroad so many times, and my kids are also abroad, but we overcome because of working on ourselves. And now my mission is, like, in fact, few days back, last year I met a lady who had three daughters, and they came here in India. They were living in Gulf country. They came here in India, and after some few days, her husband flew away, leaving all of them here,
Oh,
all three daughters. And when I asked her ki why, she says because there are three daughters and he doesn't want to take responsibilities of three daughters. And but the irony was, the lady didn't have even the added credit card to herself. She didn't have the what do you call, bank account of herself. She didn't have money, and she was howling and crying ki what will I do now. So then that time I decided, this single women also, like, they are so, I have met so many ladies, they are so inconfident, emotionally so weak. So that day I decided, I have to work now for the single women. And I'm working now in empowering or making them more confident. And taking that time, I took help of all my lawyer friends, and we fought for her right. And ultimately, I don't know, I have not followed whether she has gone back to Gulf or she has, but initially we helped her all the. So that day I decided, I have to work for single women, and now I'm working for single women. And my mission is now to empower, maybe in a way we can use empower, or make them more confident and make them more capable of fighting their own battles and make their space in the society. And I am on the mission of what do you call, impacting 5 lakh women in next 5 years. So that
Oh,
is my personal goal, besides the
good, ma'am.
basically the professional goal is different, which I'll speak little later.
Great, great. I assure ma'am that your journey till so far, whatever you have explained, it would be very inspiring for every woman. And here we have finished talk with the Honorable Ms.Reena Singh, Advocate Supreme Court. And one remark I would like to give to you, ma'am. It was your talk was very inspiring, and I assured it will valuable for all of our audience. And now I'm moving next to one of the very great uh, personality in the field of corporate. She is heading very great position, managing director of an Indo-Dutch company called Blue Match, Ms. Sharmista Shankar Narayana. Uh, she's heading a position of managing director, and she's in that each company is working as in vision of sustainable renewable energy and resources company, which primarily focuses on impacting the rural, tribal, and other impoverished areas through various development, a clean project including clean cooking solutions, farmer hand holding, and women empowerment. Sharmista has worked extensively for sending girls back into schools and colleges in the rural areas since year 2001. What started as a books donation has now reached that campaign to an entire year's education being sponsored by her. She also worked on creating small but structural income for women from rural areas who are cancer, sheroes, sexually abused, and anyone who is looking to help themselves for a better life. She actively working with the various women to empower them through training and development. And she has strong, reliable sources who help her and help people by planning these things. So welcome to you, ma'am. And today it would be a very great that we will listen your journey till so far. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and especially Indradeep ji, because this comes as a surprise to me in the last minute. I'll try to keep it very short. So I'm basically from Karnataka, Bangalore, and I had an Indo-Dutch company, as he introduced, as the CEO and managing director. And we are into clean energy and climate impact solutions. Um, and majorly more so, the company that I head, I employ only women from the rural and tribal areas, because I am a very strong believer in economic independence. That's how, it's not about giving solutions to the people to empower them. The moment you make them a part of the solution making in itself, that is when they become very empowered. And we were talking about economic independence, right? I would just like to make one comment on it. We women, it's wrong to say that we do not know how to manage finances, because look at our grandmothers or look at our mothers. They always used to somehow save money, keep money in the rice dabbas or the dal dabbas in the kitchen,
So
and
true.
whenever there was a need, they have always used it for the welfare of the family and children's education as well. But through through the years, what has happened is it had to be progress somewhere, and that has not happened. Economic independence or saving does not stop at that. But the moment we start empowering women with education on why saving is important and access to finance, that is very important. So the moment this woman save in a better way, it is going to help her. And the other thing I would like to stress through this particular forum is coexistence. I strongly believe, that sab mardo ek hi hai, ek jaise hi hai. I don't believe in that at all. Because if you are saying that statement as a woman, then are you applying that to your father, to your brother, and to your husband, and so on? No, right? We don't do it. So why is that we marginalize one community or one particular gender just to support the other gender? It is not fair, because without support of the men, it is not possible. Yes, there are a lot of cases where women undergo through a lot of violence, but did we all know that it's not only women who undergo through these violence? I work for the men's rights as well, and it is a very surprising fact if I say this. Many of you might not be aware of this. I take suicidal calls as well, and trust me, out of the 100%, if we keep it, 80% of the calls I receive are from men. Because since when a boy is born into a family, we have this habit of saying, don't cry like girls, don't cry like girls. So what happens, this particular boy, when he grows, he is so much used to keeping it to himself. That's why I would like to stress on mental health and physical health as well, but more so mental health, because that is the key to good health and well-being as well. So I work in that sector as well, and more so I can talk more about our product and everything, maybe if I can get another chance, because I would like to let the other women have their share of talk as well. Anything about clean energy or environment, you can ask. But of course, I do not have the knowledge Sanchita ma'am has, but there's so much to learn from her. Glad to be on this, and yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I assured that your talk will be very valuable and for all of audience and youngest women and who are uh, willing to work in your allied sector and in your various experiences. I think because I have seen your bio note that really you gone through different experiences and within your corporate positions you always be think about society, how it can be sustainable and how you can impact to the society in large in rural areas, and especially you also did work in the tribal areas. So it's a great to see you, ma'am, and really we need the women like you that who are having willingness to do work on the ground level. So
I'll
now,
just make one comment
yeah,
here, if you allow me. We
yeah,
always ask for change, right? We need change, we need change.
yeah,
But seldom we are the change. So we
definitely.
need to be the change before we want to change
Be
something.
the change you want.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I am moving to next Honorable Dr. Medha ma'am. Medha ma'am here?
Yes, I am here.
Yes,
Yes, I
yes.
am here. Thank you.
So um, I welcome to you, ma'am. Dr. Medha, Director, Rudra Environmental Solution India Private Limited. So we are looking for your excellent journey till so far. You have achieved so many recognitions in your past corporate lives, and also you have faced various challenges through your position. So we would like to listen your deliberation towards every audience who would like to know your journey, because we have listened that Dr. Medha is a very, it's a very inspiring woman in the field of environmental studies. So,
Thank
how your journey gone through, and what you would like to give inspirational message to women today? Welcome to you, ma'am.
thank you very much, everyone. Happy International Women's Day to all these lovely, empowering, and inspiring women. Uh, Basically, I come from a very liberal family. You know, my father was a doctor, and but I was actually raised by two very strong women, my mother and my grandma, and who always let me do, everything. They always said that woman can do more than a man, and they never told me not to do anything. They always told me to try, fail, but get up and do it again. So I think my story is a little bit different. And the best thing my father did was, I was actually just like Reena ji, I went to UK to study. And he said to me that if you want to study, you need to earn your money. I will give you a roof over your head. But if you want to do something, study for your masters, you will have to do yourself. So I found a job. I actually went and did my MBA there. I did not have GRE, GMAT. I just went, spoke to the people, and they gave me scholarship and everything. And I worked there, and it just got so boring. I said, that's not me. I came back to India, and I was looking. I had a couple of businesses, and I think sometimes when you're looking for the meaning of life, a cause finds you. Same thing happened 10 years ago when we had gone to one of the wildlife sanctuaries. We saw a deer killed, and the reason was there was a plastic in the stomach of this deer. So we came out to think, what can we do? Because we said, how can people do that? Somebody else must do something about it. And after a while, we said, we are exactly like everyone. Why can't we do it? And that's how our journey started. We decided to find out what plastic was, how it was made. And we realized it's made from fossil fuel. And the idea was simple. If the water turns to ice, ice turns to water, can we do exactly the same thing with plastic? And we started researching. Took us quite a long time, but we managed to develop a technology called thermocatalytic depolymerization, where we convert thin plastic into usable fuel. Now, when we started in 2010, we were the only people in India, so we were the pioneers of it. But then we realized that we are emitting the gases. So we said we can't do something and to harm our environment. So we scrapped that and said, okay, we may not have succeeded into it. So, but somewhere back of the mind, you know, we couldn't stop. So we tried to research. It took us almost 2 years to understand what was emitting, what was the gas was. We developed another machine, and where we started using the same gas as an energy source for the TCD process itself. And we managed to do that. And then, when you are working on something passionately, you want to tell people about it. So we started telling people that plastic is brilliant, our habits are bad. And somebody said to me, it's okay to say that, but even though we segregate in the house, somebody comes to pick it up, mixes all the waste together. So I said, if you can keep the plastic aside, I'll come and pick it up. So for 6 months, I started with collection of one bag, 1 day in a month. In 6 months, I was actually collecting waste from all across Pune, myself going around, And today I'm happy to say that we are collecting waste plastic from or more than 1 lakh people in Pune as well as near Mumbai. And it's such a big thing when you go to sleep. Like Sharmista was saying that change starts from us. So that's what I believe tremendously, and that is what we are doing. We are trying to change people's habit. And it is always nice to see that whatever work you are doing, the impact it has. And I think as a woman, what I feel is we all go through so much stresses in life. We always want to be perfect, we always want to be multitasking, we always strive to be for that perfection. What I realize after this many years in various businesses, that is always okay to have a chaos. It's always okay to have that craziness in your life, because that's how you find the passion. That's how you find the people who are going to be on you with you on your journey. And it's okay to say no. A lot of time we women don't want to say no to a lot of things, and I've learned that it's okay without a guilt to say no.
Yeah,
And I am carrying on
absolutely.
with all this. And I get to meet, because of this I get to meet such brilliant women and men also. And it's a learning journey every day. So every day I'm bettering myself, just meeting people, just listening to them. And thank you, Mr. Ghosh and Mr. Gandhi, for giving me this opportunity to share my 2 cents kind of a thing. I don't regret all the mistakes. I don't regret whatever happened in the life, because that's what made me who I am today. And I'm always thankful to have such a two strong women in my life. Unfortunately both of them passed away, but their learnings are always there. So on this Women's Day, I think we all have to have the sisterhood, and only then we are all going to grow. So thank you very much.
Definitely. Thank you so much, ma'am. Your is- experiences with smiling face today, I think, will enlighten to all women. Because now, if we look at see that today's appreciation in the form of smile, then smiling face of the day, you will win. And after
Okay.
you, I think second award will goes to Jindal ma'am. So I think Sanchita Jindal ma'am also shown smile, but slowly. But your smile was continuing. So as
Thank
a
you.
personality coach, I'm giving you just this remark. We keep continue and enrich to others by your smiling faces, and enlighten your families. And personal life you grow, and in or professional life you much grow and grow at your desired position in future. So wishing
Thank
you
you.
all the best again on the International Day. Now,
Thank you.
next, I think Dr. Barkha. He here, Barkha ji connected or not? Dr. Barkha. She is founder director Abhigyane Foundation. I think she's not connected, right? No problem. We can go to next. Uh, Miss Rana Najir. Uh, Rana Najir is here.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
madam, please be welcome to the show. Are you comfortable?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes. So we would like to know more about your journey and from your education background to your professional life till so far. So kindly please start your talk. Over to
Thank
you.
you so much. Firstly, I would like to thank you all and as Indrajit for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. Happy International Women's Day to all the speakers. They're just amazing. And I thank you all for giving me the opportunity on this esteemed platform with such inspirational sisters. Wow, I'm actually humbled to be here. Truly inspired by the strength and courage of all these sisters. So thank you, and thank you for giving women a platform, the MSME Chamber of Commerce and Industry of India. Well done to you. My name's Reena Nazir, and I live in the UK, and I wear many hats in several roles as a consultant engineer, customer success, and national as an engineer in water treatment. So basically, I look after national contracts, international contracts, accounts for water treatment in specialist services like in specialist service industry. Sorry, I'm losing my words here. I'm trying to do it fast because I realize there's the time, and working with multinational organizations across the globe. So I've worked internationally for a number of global firms, including Rolls-Royce, you might have heard of, UK and Europe, Sellafield, which is the British nuclear group, which is nuclear power in the UK, Europe.
Correct. Voice is breaking, I think.
She has to unmute.
Okay. No problem.
Sorry, was I on mute again?
Yes, we can
hear
hear
you.
Can you hear me? Sorry, what did you hear? Sorry, I don't want to repeat.
No, it's
up to the last, we have heard everything. You can carry on. Only thing I want to just add to all of them, all of you, whoever is present in the meeting.
And lots of the ladies, wow, truly inspiring. Is right. Like, what is a woman? Woman, when a woman is born, for me, when a girl is born, she's empowered already by God. She's been given that empowerment, that strength, those magic qualities, where a woman is a mother, and they're peacemakers. They've got that embodied in them. So and is given that status already. So it's just society and culture and everything that sort of takes that strength away sometimes, unfortunately. But my mentors have obviously been my parents, obviously, and like I'm forgetting the names now, but I was given the education, I was given the opportunity to the support, and that support means so much. It gives you so much confidence. So it's so important that young girls are given that confidence beforehand, so they can try, meet these challenges and face any situation head on. My career, it's been very male dominated, and I chose it because I thought, why not? Why can I not? I wasn't content. I just had to aspire for these higher professional achievements for myself, and I wanted to continue to inspire the youth, men and women alike from all walks of life, and to break sort of beyond these barriers that prevent them from aspiring to achieve in these areas which are traditionally forbidden or not inspired. Or encouraged, I mean, and forbidden, for example, engineering and construction. And I'm so delighted and so inspired hearing these ladies. It's wonderful that you have gone through all this. And I mean, I've lived most of my years in the UK, and I've traveled around the world, and I was fortunate enough to have that. But I have overcome very male-dominated work environments in workplace where I've managed to overcome it. And I think a lot of the times it's the way you hold yourself, and it's always teaching others. And I found that the directors who have been male have been my greatest supporters, my greatest mentors in the end. And it's just how you hold that confidence, how you, once you have that education, you have that confidence. And I look at the poor girls, the isolated, who don't have this opportunity. And for me, my heart cries out for them, because that's where we need to concentrate and try and help. And I have mentored many within the community on STEM events, and at universities I speak, and I try and sort of reach out to these young girls as well. And I think you all do an amazing job in doing that, and I would love to support that, because I feel I'm quite blessed in that way. And to educate, engage, empower young people to take these active roles in decision-making processes. I believe that young girls need to feel and be seen as an integral part of the community. And we need to find and employ active ways of connecting them from all walks of life, including different generations, different cultures. And I strongly believe that there is a gap that needs to be bridged. And I think, if we can put those tools and mechanisms in place, those support mechanisms, we can really promote that understanding and bring and get people together, united towards a genuine desire to actually, work for this collective change and growth. And we can do this together. And with ladies like yourself here, I mean, it's awesome. It's something that can be done, and it's brilliant if we can all come together and do that. Because setting up young girls, educating them, empowering them, you're protecting them from bad influences in society when you educate. And I think education is key. I always, try and do workshops and seminars at speaker events, and bringing women forward. It sort of aligns with men, and you're trying to maintain a balance in society. It's very critical, and it's vital that men are also involved in the process. And that's really, enlightening to see, you all supporting that. And, because it's a great source of strength in the empowerment of women. And this is a great challenge at the moment, and we should be given, it should be given importance. Otherwise, we'll always face this imbalance in society. And I think it's really, really important. I don't want to take too much time, because I do, but I do champion this. And, I feel that women are also great peace ambassadors, because in their homes, they do so much in their homes and families, and they've brought up with this strength and courage anyway. So it's really important. So it's an honor to be able to give back knowledge based on our education and experiences in the community. And I think it's really, really important to do that and be the spark. And I loved the poetry that that was Siriyan Uni Mubarak Jine Chat Par Jana Hai, Meri Manzil to Asman Hai, Rasta Khud Banana Hai. And that is really stuck with me, and I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, you lovely, lovely ladies. You are so empowering. Keep smiling, keep shining. And honestly, I love you all. I haven't even, first time I've met you, but I love you all. I feel so empowered by your words, and thank you, Indrajit, and the chair.
Interrupt. My sister is from our own country, from Kashmir.
Yes,
so
yes.
She settled down in London, but she basically belongs to Kashmir.
Yeah, and if any of you are coming to London, please, you are our guests. You're welcome here, and I would love to stay in touch with you all. I don't know how we can get numbers passed across, but I'm sure Indrajit will probably do that. Maybe form a WhatsApp group, because it would be great to help and support one another. So it's an amazing, and it's given me so much energy, so much strength myself. And thank you for empowering women on this International Day. And Women's Day is every day. Honestly, it really is. Somebody said that at the beginning, and it is absolutely every day. And the men who support us and align with us, we are so grateful for that as well. It's really appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
for
much.
your wonderful speech.
Rana, I'm coming. It's soon there in London. My daughter is there.
Oh my God, Sanchita,
Yeah.
yeah, it will be an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure to see you.
Dr. Gandhi, Miss Barkha is online.
Yeah. Barkha madam join. In concluding remarks of Ms. Raj,
Miss
Raja
Rana
madam.
Najir.
Yeah. Rajiv, I would like to give remark for her very excellent enlightening talk, and I assure that your multicultural and multifaceted experiences of globally, it will enrich and it will important for exploring to women who want to explore globally in different sector with highly qualified education and with the multifaceted challenges as per globally you have faced and you have shared your journey. So it will be very remarkable for whole women today, and I wish you all the best on International Women's Day. Thank you so much.
So hand over to Dr. Barkha.
Yeah, now uh, I welcome to Dr. Barkha, founder and director Abhigyani Foundation. She's very great in position of social philanthropic that organization which is she is heading, and she has founded this foundation under her very various experiences till so far she has been received in her from very beginning. So we will listen from her directly today to what challenges she had received and how she had just take that challenge as an opportunity and founded this prestigious organization, and how it is running and how she's heading with the project under this foundation. So we would like to hear from you, ma'am. Welcome to you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, and wish you all happy International Women's Day. I think I have seen so many wonderful women here, and this is Dr. Barkha Varsha, founder director of Avigyan Foundation. Thank you so much,
Welcome to you, ma'am.
Mr. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ghosh, for giving me an opportunity to join here. Although I am very much late because I am continuously doing webinar and something
I
else.
know.
So I'm so sorry for
No
joining
issue.
late. My foundation is working for, especially for underprivileged children, for their education and health, and as well as women skill development programs and women health and education programs in different 25 countries. So, like you have asked about the challenges, yes, my biggest project is in Afghanistan, and you know the situation and the perspectives for a lady in Afghanistan. It is so much challenging for me to collect the ladies at one place and to teach them how to survive without a husband, because there are such a bad condition in Afghanistan. Like if in their family there is no man, they have to beg on the road. This is the condition only. So I am trying by my organization and with the help of United Nations that I have already started last year women skill development programs. This is a kind of very challenging work. Like some activities in Afghanistan, there is no value of education, and especially for women ethics and nothing. So this is kind of very challenging work for me. And here like other countries I'm doing, like Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, it's very common. But yes, in India, I am also facing the one more challenge. Like people are telling me, why you are working so much work in like Afghan people and like Muslim countries, like I am working in Turkey also. So this is the main challenge that I am facing. But sometimes earlier I feel very low that am I doing right or wrong? I felt like that at time. But by the time has gone, I am a little bit comfortable with my working. I always reply, if someone asks me, I always reply, see, humanity has no boundaries. Humanity, whenever you see someone who is very needy, don't ask their religion, just help them. So this is my main thing about to help the people, to help the humanity. That's it. And what else I can say? It's a wonderful journey, and so many people from different fields and different thoughts, different perspective. I connected with them in this journey, and it's a kind of learning for me as well. Like I'm doing job as a social work, but I'm still learning from these challenges. So this is the main thing. And what else can do? I'm still try to my best to serve the people. That's it.
Good. Excellent, madam. I think your journey will give experiences, and really it will be enlightened to young women who would like to embark in your sectors, and how they can prove to themselves to establish their own organization and to maintain their zeal towards social phenomena. So it's great to hear from you. And now I would like to uh, invite any questions and open forum from anyone who would like to.
Dr. Gandhi, you just go to the chat box. There are a lot
Yeah,
of comments.
yeah, that
You
will
can
be
pass on the comments to the respective speaker.
okay. It would be better. So there is no single questions. The all are remark only. Actually, they just given remark of every speaker. So it's a great, really, because everyone's have different story and their experiences. So definitely, and uh, I assured that each one of women who have been presented today in front of us, and it would be very enlightened and very important for every human being, and especially for women and young girls, and others who would like to explore themselves in different their interesting sectors. And I assured that it would be more valuable for each and every segment of corporate. It might be social, different sectors. So now, before end, I would like to go through, like Sanchita Jindal ma'am would like to reflect more on like waste and energy issue, environmental issues. She would like to explore some more point. So Sanchita Jindal ma'am.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah, please.
Dr. Gandhi, for giving me the opportunity
Yeah.
again. Besides my personal goal, this is my professional goal also, that I want to make India as a hub of sustainable development through waste management and resource efficiency. So I would only like to I'm working on the waste management, and we have made the rules and regulations on waste. And through this forum, I would like to convey to all the women of the country, because we are the homemakers, we know our kitchen, and we are so that the whole environment, like we call it panch bhuta, that air, water, soil, and all those. These are all elements of ours, and these affect us. And probably this is all we are made of. So we need to protect, and we are very good at doing that. And I would like to only give a message that um, uh, you must be knowing that waste is a very big, gigantic problem in the country, and we all need to do something about it. And the recently government has come out with the rules and regulations where, as per rules, you are required to segregate waste at source. Like the rules requires that we need to segregate waste into 3 streams, which is dry, wet, and domestic hazardous waste. But at least start segregating into 2. And I was happy to see Rudra, the doctor, I have forgotten the name, that they are working on plastic. So I'm also doing the campaign that plastic as such is not a problem, because plastic has the least carbon footprint. If you go to the life cycle analysis, it is the what we do with plastic which is the cause of the trouble in the country. And we all need to give message that we do not litter. The plastic littering is a problem, not exactly plastic as such per se, because plastic is a very light material and it has so many properties, and it has replaced so many other useful material on the other materials which were earlier. And now people are coming back to the same materials like paper and all those, which again need so much, which are again so much water intensive. Paper is so much water intensive, jute is so much water intensive. So we need to go to the through whole life cycle analysis and then need to decide the alternatives to the plastic. So only 2-3 things I would like to say, that please use with care. In 2015, UN had this a logo for that 7 billion dreams, one earth, use with care. So all we need to do is use with care, rethink about our waste, whether we really need to use so many things like I keep saying so much packaging and all those. So probably we need to work on that. And each one of you, while you are working, please give the message that save the environment and especially waste, because all said and done, waste affects every component of the environment, air, water, soil, everything. So waste is a very important area to take care. So I would like to give only this message to and urge all of you women who are doing such wonderful job to carry on this message further, to work on to save the environment by doing the resource efficiency, circular economy, waste minimization, reduction. So many things are there, but segregation is the utmost important thing. So that is what I wanted to convey. Thank you.
As per the Plastic Man of India, the Padma Shri Dr. Vasudevan Rajgopalan, his slogan, plastics not to ban but to plan. So that is, everybody should know and act accordingly.
Exactly.
Very true, sir.
So I think Ms.Vidya Ramamurthy would like to say something about her project in a brief. So
yeah, in a small brief, I wouldn't want to take so much time. I think I will be a continuity of what Ms. Sanchita Jindal ji bole. I started with a recycle entity. I started recycling those cartons, cards, and clothes, the 3 C's of wastage. Cartons bole to, you have your tea cartons, you have your soap cartons, you have your Kellogg's cornflakes cartons, Boost, Complan, Horlicks, Nan-Pro, Nestum, you name it, and the cartons go waste into the dustbins once you open the content and use it up. So I found a way of recycling them into birthday favor bags, and we recycle them into gifting bags, birthday favor bags for kids, and random usages, and we recycle them into earring package boxes, etc. So for the last 8 years, we have recycled about 5,000 cartons into 6,000 utilities of different types using women from different strata of economies. I would not want to call them underprivileged, because every human being, I believe, comes with a privilege right from the time they are born. They are just financially not sound enough. And so hum jab kar sakte hain, I consider it my duty to uplift them or bring them to a place where they can enable themselves. तो एक तमिल में एक कहावत है, you can bring the horse to the water but you cannot make it drink, है ना. तो पीना अपॉर्चुनिटीज हम क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, तो उनको पिलाना हमारा काम नहीं है. The survival of the fittest, in short, who actually has the verve to win, who has the strong will to succeed and prove something, they will definitely come out. ऐसा एक टीम है हमारा, 6 औरतें हैं, एंड उसमें एक लेडी है जिनका चाइल्ड मैरिज हुआ है. नाम नहीं लेना चाहती बिकॉज इट्स अ पब्लिक फोरम, एंड एंड ऑफ द डे आई एम अ स्टोर कोरमंगला में, तो पीपल कम एंड मीट एंड ऑल दैट. सो शी वाज अ लेडी हु वाज इनटू चाइल्ड मैरिज, एंड शी हैज अ लवली हस्बैंड, एन आर्मी मैन, हु मेड हर स्टडी 9th 10th and 9th standard and 10th standard, and today she works for me and she is one of the main tailors. हम लोग काथा quilts बनाते हैं पुरानी साड़ियों से, old clothes, old saris, old kurta quilts we make sari quilts, we make nighty quilts पुराने नाइटियों से, and we make a lot of bags out of old saris. We make little पोटलीज, छोटे छोटे पोटलीज, बटुआस, clutches, purses, सब कुछ recycle करते हैं. And I am a person who does not waste even an inch of fabric.
Very
So
good.
everything will be put to use, and even the smallest of those cut pieces, when you cut for a mask, उसका corner pieces बच जाता है, जो high nose mask काटते हैं, उसमें से हम patchwork coasters बनाते हैं.
Very good.
तो
Amazing.
ये सब चीजें पॉसिबल है जब आपके टीम भी आपकी जैसा सोचे. हम अगर एक प्लान बनाते हैं, तो अगर वो उस टीम को रेसोनेट नहीं करता है, वो टीम वो रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं करता है कि चलो यार ये तो बोरिंग काम है, मैं क्यों करूं, वैसा एक टीम हो तो कुछ अचीव नहीं हो सकता. हम में से 6 लोगों में से मेरे नीचे जो काम करते हैं, मेरे लिए, नीचे नहीं बोलूंगी, मेरे लिए जो काम करते हैं, सभी में वो रिसाइकल का कीड़ा भरा हुआ है. तो you can imagine a lot of recycle concepts coming
you are
out
the
of
torch
it.
bearer for that.
And I have
Textile recycling is a big subject these days world over. It's textile waste is
there is a
created
lot
so
of
much,
potential,
so
ma'am.
much,
It is not tapped
so much
at all.
textile waste.
People have this एक गलत फहमी है, जो पुराना है तो अरे पुरानी चीजों से किया हुआ कैसे टिकेगा, और फटी तो जाएगा ज्यादा कुछ करोगे तो. वो बात सही है अगर हम सिल्क की बात करते हैं. सिल्क की क्वालिटी ये है, रेशम की क्वालिटी ये है कि 30 साल या 40 साल पुराना वाला सिल्क को आप सिर्फ फ्रेम कर सकते हो और कुछ नहीं कर सकते. सिलाई करने का ट्राई किया, जहां सिलाई गिरती है वहां फट जाती है, because it is silk.
But the blue jeans, you must be knowing the blue jeans and the old jeans, and these are quite a number of projects are going on.
I am like that nomad, ma'am. I can say I am very nomadic because we take up a lot of things and we do. एक चीज नहीं है जो कंटिन्यू
करते हैं. I can just only add something, कि from 21 to 30 it will be a golden period of India for the recycle and waste management industry.
Yes.
So lots of companies will come up from abroad and pan-India. And I will request all the women today present and other people also will join.
Definitely.
You keep in touch, each other by telephonically, because everybody is in the group. Only Najir is not there. I will add her. So that, anytime you can speak to him, speak to her.
Very
whatever you
I have one suggestion, sir. Everybody can leave their numbers, contact numbers in the chat box.
And I also want to tell a small thing, which was actually a very big thing for us. During the lockdown, हम 10 दिनों से ज़्यादा बंद नहीं किए हैं दुकान को. Mine is a tailoring store, and I converted our store into an essential store by making masks. तो हमारी टीम ऑफ गर्ल्स जो 6 लोग हैं, उन्होंने अपना जी जान लगा के टिल डेट 14,000 मास्क बनाए हैं।
Very good.
उनमें से about 3,000, 2,000 or 3,000 have been donated through Sharmista, उनके कैंसर पेशेंट्स के वॉलंटरी वर्क के लिए, प्लस उनके दूसरे डोनेशन कामों के लिए उन्होंने लिया है और डोनेट किया है। वेरी वेरी थैंकफुल टू हर ऑल्सो, एंड वी होप टू कंटिन्यू वर्क with the same vigor, and मेरे सारे टीम के लड़कियों को यहाँ थैंक करना चाहती हूँ, बोलना चाहती हूँ कि अगर पढ़े नहीं है तो काबिलियत नहीं है, ये समझना नहीं चाहिए। काबिलियत और पढ़ाई दो अलग चीजें होती है,
बिल्कुल अलग है।
एंड काबिलियत जो है हमारे इन इंडिया, लाइक दिस इज 70% ऑफ द पीपल लिव इन विलेजेस। आई वुड से 70% of women have capability that can come out. उनको थोड़ा बढ़ावा दीजिए।
They have skills. They have skills.
उनको
Yeah.
ये through this forum I would like to pass on a message to all the men folk who are already doing a good job. I was just checking out Sharmista's video on men dedicating their few words on women. So I would request all the men watching this live session कि आपके घर की औरत को थोड़ा बढ़ावा दीजिए।
Correct.
वो बहुत
Correct.
उभर के बाहर आएंगी,
Absolutely.
और उनको थोड़ा सा एक धागा दीजिए, वो आपको कपड़ा बना के दिखाएंगी।
Right.
उतना टैलेंट है।
So beautiful.
हाँ,
मैम
What we
आपने
will do
थोड़ा
is-
ही
किचन
बोला
तक
है,
सीमित
ज्यादा
मत
तो नहीं ना
रखिएगा।
मैम? ज्यादा तो नहीं बोला है ना आपने, थोड़ा ही बोला है ना?
थोड़ा ही बोला है।
क्योंकि इंडिया लाइक highest populous country, and 10% people live in only urban areas, so we can understand 90% live in semi urban and rural. So थोड़ा ही हो सकता है, थोड़ा।
Whoever is joined today is fine. Otherwise, we will circulate this video to YouTube and Facebook everywhere, and all the WhatsApp groups, so automatically they can see later on.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the
Thank
forum.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so
one-
much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much,
Thank you very
organizers.
much for come within a very short notice.
One
Yes,
very
sir.
Yeah,
important thing.
we were taken by
Thank you, sir.
surprise. I
But
didn't know what
Indrajit,
to
it was the best
Indrajit
webinar
ji,
I
आप तो
attended.
कमाल हो।
Yeah.
It was a lovely last minute session actually.
Yeah.
Please stop. Very excellent things is going to be start to enlighten to everyone, to entertainment for Women's Day celebration. So please just stop for 2 minutes.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
One surprising I would like to give to all of you.
अच्छा,
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
that's very nice.
Your video is not coming, Nayan.
वही है सरप्राइज आएगा।
Trying, yeah, it means actually I am not sure, but trying.
Okay.
So it will entertain to all of you and inspire to others also.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So, just 1
Brilliant.
minute.
Waiting for that.
Yeah.
Women love surprises.
Of course.
That's it.
This was the best webinar because it was so interactive. Everybody,
It was.
and they learned from each other.
Yeah.
You know, usually webinars are very long.
Let's everyone
Even this
stay
type
in
of
touch.
stories of working, it will help everybody to motivate also ourselves. And
Exactly.
No, we were all on the group, but we didn't know each other at all. So for the first time, we have come to know the stories and work about of each
then
of
I
all
will
of
take
us.
just 1 minute to inform
Absolutely.
everyone.
But the
We have
surprise
already-
is becoming bigger.
We have already, as a chamber, we have already opened 32 offices across the world, and we are going to open another 50
It is
offices.
started. Kindly
Fantastic.
please stop.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Screen sharing is doing.
Okay.
We are going to open another 50 offices in the next 18 months.
Please
all
see
over the
carefully.
world. The main purpose of opening those
Is going to dance.
offices all over the world.
Congratulations. Thank you. That's wonderful, Indrajit.
There it is. Yeah, I am unable to see it. Yeah.
Okay, what
Are
are
you
we
able
doing?
to see?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Now it is starting. Please enjoy.
Sound to दे दे.
Oh,
So
No
what to put
sound.
on? Yes.
Sound.
Sound दे दे. Sound नहीं है.
Sound नहीं.
Nayanji, you have to unmute yourself and then play the video. That is when the video will come.
Okay. Just 1 minute.
हाँ वीडियो आ रहा है
बैक करके शुरू से दो और साउंड दे दो. क्या हुआ, साउंड क्यों नहीं आ रहा है?
I don't think you can hear us. Is there a link on YouTube or something we can probably?
Yeah. Mitti movie director, Mitti. Acha. Anshul Sinha.
No, that's not the one. This is Women's Anthem by Shankar Mahadevan.
Oh,
Happy Women's Day. Yeah.
right. It is
Mahadevan, yeah, Shankar Mahadevan.
Shankar Mahadevan. Singer.
But you can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Yes, there is no sound.
Looks quite moving, actually.
Yes.
Have you seen
Oh,
it?
I work on that open fire cooking. The photo, the striking photo we saw.
Oh wow.
I can only add one little thing for everyone. We have already, as a chamber, opened 32 offices across the world. Now we are going to open another 50 offices in Africa, in Asia, as well as in Europe. The main purpose of opening so much offices, and one is for the chamber's works, we want to work globally. Number one, they will take care of that. Second thing, you all people are having 80 offices all over the world after some time. So this is all your office. So anybody wants to do any business, any information, anything, you want the help, the other offices will do. Because, you can, विदेश में जो काम होता है उसमें सबसे बड़ी चीज होती है trust. So you can trust each other because you are also a member of MSMECCII, they are also a member of MSMECCII. Okay. So nobody will do any misleading because, everybody, all, they are connected with us. So in this way, we are giving such a large platform to each and everyone. You can do your personal business also, you can do for the chamber also simultaneously.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
I have a question.
Yes.
We are opening up our, open fire cooking, the Blue Match Eco Cook Stoves, which is a certified tier 4 cook stove with 0 carbon emissions.
Okay.
We are talking to people in Guinea, Rwanda, Burundi, and other places where we are opening up a factory, and we are already talking about, agreements. Do you think you can intervene somewhere for this? I can talk to you.
Yes, we can help you in so many ways. Actually, what I'm doing, I can sharing with you not only from my chamber, I am also a senior vice chairman of Commonwealth Enterprises Club, where Ms. Nazir is there. So what we are, the main purpose of both of us is to create jobs. How to create jobs? We are taking the Indian MSME and SMEs to African countries because in a Commonwealth, out of 54 countries, 32 is African countries. And you will not believe African countries are not having any manufacturing facility for plastic pipe, tanks, any sanitary item, sanitary goods, and you name anything, they are not making anything and they are importing from outside with a higher price. And because of the relationship always, for the last 70 years between India and African countries are good. So they also want the Indian companies should come forward, put up a plant there. And, in this way, they will create jobs as well as the Indians are also can go. Suppose in a MSME company, 10, 15 people will be working. So you can take 8, 9 people from India and maybe 4 or 5 people from that country to start with the startups. And small and medium companies, they can go and explore because they are already making quality products in India. So they have to make the separate, thing in their country. So they can even anybody wants to put up a factory in Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, Tanzania, Cameroon, Nigeria, any place, they can supply the entire Africa. So it's a very big golden opportunity for the startups and the Indian companies to that pledge we have taken. We will take the Indian SME and MSME to the Commonwealth countries first and then rest of the world.
Yes, yes. And
Amazing,
I encourage
amazing.
everybody. Thank you for introducing that, Indrajit. Yeah, so I'm the CEC, which is the Commonwealth Entrepreneurs Club. I'm the President Global Coordinator. So we would, you know, and via Indrajit, we can take this forward. So it'd be brilliant. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much to everyone.
Okay.
Dr. Gandhi, anything you want to speak?
I think he has dropped out.
Acha. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All
So,
right. Have a nice day.
bye-bye and
Thank you so much to
Thank
everyone.
you so
much.
Very
Okay.
happy Women's Day once again.
Bye
will
Thank
bye,
again
you.
connect.
everyone.
Lovely
Happy
to meet
Women's
you
Day and
all.
all the best for your endeavors. And may we all keep growing.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant.
Thank
Brilliant.
you. Bye bye.
Okay,
Good
thank
Thank
night,
you,
you. Thank you.
everybody.
everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Lovely to meet you all.
Very inspiring
Same.
talk from all of you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
Anju
absolutely.
ji, aapko.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vidya
Thank
ji,
you. Thank
Sanchita
you.
ji, and everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
night. Good night.